Notes are up. And I will upload this to YouTube later. Okay. Hot tub. I should start doing the server meeting from Hot tub. All right. So for those that are new here, I need to like get this automated so I can just hit play and it just plays this part.
You got a button.
For those that are new here, once a month we have a server meeting where we go over notes that we've taken throughout the month on things that we need to address, and we also go over changes, things we're working on, things we're getting, whatever. Anyway, we just get in touch with the players and let y'all know what's up. At the end of the server meeting, or after I'm done going through the notes, we have a Q&A session where players can ask us questions, give us feedback, tell us to go fuck ourselves, whatever. During the meeting, I don't have a lot of notes this time. I'm scrolling through right now. There's not very many at all. But as I go through the server meeting, and I say this every meeting, but people ignore it and still do it anyway. Don't type questions in chat while I'm going over the notes. Just type them in Notepad or something so you got them written down. And then when the Q&A session at the end comes, you don't forget what you want to ask. And you can just, copy and paste it or join the voice thing and ask. It's just a lot easier that way if you save your questions for the end. Anyway, and then after that, we give you guys prizes. And then I usually show off the next map, which I'll be happy to do if you guys want me to. I am on the test server right now anyway, so you're going to want to have the stream open for part of this server meeting because I do have to show you some new stuff in game on the test server. So if you don't have the stream pulled up, you might want to get it pulled up. Everybody can hear me though, right? You guys keep trolling me and joking about it, but everybody can hear, right? Good. Yeah. I hate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
you. Jiro and No Life can't for some reason.
I don't know. Anyway,
they're in your stream, so.
Okay, well, they need to hear me in Discord more than the stream, so I would actually mute the stream and just listen to what I say in Discord. All right, so with that said, let's get started on the notes. Like I say, we don't have a lot of them, so this shouldn't be too long. First note, player boats near raid base island. Why did I write this note, Trigger? I don't remember. Was this that one that got bugged?
Yeah, I think they were getting sucked in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so you guys that have been around for a while remember raid bases, like when the bubble forms, it like ejects vehicles and ejects player entities and ejects players and all that kind of stuff, so the raid base can spawn. I would not park your player boat anywhere near raid base island. And when I say boat, I'm not talking about the little rowboat. I'm talking about the big buildable boats. Those things are new. Raid bases hadn't even fully, figured out what those are yet. So I would keep that shit away, because when raid bases spawn and despawn, they try to push player entities away. And when they despawn, they try to remove player entities, which is even worse. So even getting up on shore like that, remember some raid bases spawn in shallow water. So if you go up to like raid base island and park your boat on the beach or right next to the beach to go raid some base, and then some other raid spawns right there, it could fuck your shit up. And we can't prove that that's what happened, but we're pretty confident that's what happened with some of the bugged ones we saw. And when they're glitched like that, we can't do shit. Admins can't move them. We can't fix them. We can't do anything with them. The only thing we can do is nuke them. We'll let you get your shit out of it first, but even that can be difficult because the one that we found was like wasn't it like cockeyed at like 45-degree angle or some shit?
It was almost right on its side.
Yeah, you could barely get in it and walk around. So I would not park your player boats anywhere near raid base island. That's the first note.
I remember what happened there. It completely made the boat like not exist. It wouldn't move. It would just spin in circles, and all the deployables got stripped from it. Yeah.
Totally fucked.
Totally screwed.
Call me. Do you want yours or you want me to handle it for you?
Don't matter. It's up to you, man.
Okay. I'll handle it for you. Filling out tickets properly with information. 75% of the tickets we get literally don't tell us a damn thing. And the first thing we have to do is ask. The whole purpose of that final question when you're opening a support ticket that says, be as detailed as possible. That's because a lot of times we're researching your ticket before we even open it. And then when we do open it, it takes you a while to respond. When we open it, we're already looking into the problem. Even after we open it, we're already taking action before you even start talking to us. If we don't know what the fuck's going on, we can't do that. So like literally everybody just always types stupid little things like yes or help or there's a guy trolling and on 3x. Okay, well, where? What's his name? What's he doing? Like, tell us some information, because the other problem too is a lot of times handling your ticket doesn't even involve us having to log in. And that's a huge determining factor in who takes the ticket and how fast it gets taken. If you put a ticket in and you don't give us any information, and there's no admins at a computer right now, but a couple of us could get on Archon or something through our phones or our tablets or whatever. If your ticket doesn't have enough information, then we're just not going to handle it because we don't even know if we could handle it remotely. But if you give us enough information, if you're like, hey, there's a zombie horde stuck under town and it's on 3X, I know I can handle that from my phone even. I literally could handle that from my phone. I don't even have to get into the game. But if you put a ticket in, be like, help, there's an invisible NPC. Well, that doesn't tell me anything because, first of all, there's no such thing. Second of all, is there a bugged one? Is there a trapped one? Is there actually an invisible NPC for the first time in Rust history, which has never actually happened before? We don't know. So we need to know more details because your quote unquote invisible NPC was just a zombie stuck under the map. Cool, I can fix that from my telephone. So please be more detailed in your tickets. We need to know everything about what's going on before the ticket. Ask yourself this. I'm going to stop rambling, but ask yourself this. If when your ticket opens, think to yourself, what's the first thing that's going to happen in this ticket? If the first thing that you think is going to happen in the ticket is that we're going to ask you something, maybe you should go ahead and put that in the ticket like ahead of time. So just have a little foresight on that. Moving on.
Most annoying is, do you have a video? Yes. Oh, fantastic. Please upload the video. Oh, I don't have a video.
Or even worse, it's like, because we have 9 questions that tell you that just to make sure, do you have a video? Do you have evidence? Do you have video? Do you have evidence? Do you have video? Do you have evidence? They say yes, 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 yes. And then you ask them and they're like, well, I put a screenshot. Yeah, but the screenshot doesn't show me what's happening. Well, you can see clearly that I don't have my rockets anymore. Well, okay, you could have put them in a fucking box for all I know. That doesn't tell me shit. So yeah, we need actual evidence, not. And if it in the big flashing red lights that say don't put a ticket in if you don't have evidence or we cannot witness this happening. That's concrete. I'm pretty sure it even says no exceptions. Everybody ignores that and still puts the tickets in anyway. I even see people in chat like, should I put a ticket in? They're like, well, yeah, go. I don't have any evidence though. Well, yeah, go ahead and put. I see other players like, yeah, go ahead and put one in anyway. They might help you out though. Like, no, it physically says if we can't see it happen, we can't take your word for it. Period. And I don't want to get into that speech again because we give it like every 3 months, but we can't take your word for it, not because we don't trust you or not because we think you're a liar, but because if we take your word for it, we have to take everybody's word for it. And if we take everybody's word for it, there cannot be exceptions to that. So if I took everybody's word in this channel for it and did what you said and just assumed that you're not lying and did what you said, guess what? Then that guy, that I banned earlier today, I would have had to take his word for things too. And it just spirals out of control. If I'm just reading names out of the channel right now, so don't take offense. Like if Nerf puts a ticket in, like, dude, I've been playing here for 5 years, man. Come on, T, you can't just take my fucking word for it. And he has. I like Nerf. He's been here forever. But no, I can't take his word for it because then what happens when Mr. Hitman is like, you know what? I'm getting sick of this Nerf guy always taking all my fucking helis. I'm going to put a ticket in and just say that he called me the N-word. That way I can get rid of him. You get what I'm saying? I can't take your word for it because then someone can just retaliate and put a ticket in against you and say that, well, you took his word for it. Why can't you take my word for it? You get what I'm getting at? So it's never anything personal. We literally have someone screaming at us one day like, oh, I've been here for so long. How dare you? I can't believe you're calling me a liar. I'm not calling you a liar. I can't take your word for it, period. Got to have proof. If you don't, sorry. I hate to be this guy, but go try one of those other servers that's trying to compete with us. You're not going to get any help from them. So at least we try. All we require is proof. People, they come here and they act like there's like this huge support system in the Rust community. Like every server I go to gives me everything I ask for when I ask for support. No, they don't. They don't even fucking answer you. I know this because I've tried. Moving on though. I don't want to rant about that. April Fools. Ooh. So I wrote an April Fools plugin. It's a lot of fun. Last time I tested it out, I was literally in tears, like crying and watching. Normally, I just put it live on April Fools. I'm going to put it live a little early because April Fools is like on PvP day and the last day of the Force Wipe, which means literally nobody's going to be on. And I want people to have fun with it. So the April Fools plugin will probably be going live any day now, maybe even tonight. I don't fucking know. Just for those that have never experienced it before, none of my... That was funny as hell that night when I was testing it on y'all. I was testing it on you guys at your little pool party. I was there invisible too, listening to y'all in voice. It was fucking hilarious. This one person was like, what the fuck? I just shit myself. And then somebody's like, you just shit in the pool. Oh, good times. My April Fool's plugin, it doesn't do anything detrimental. I was very careful that everything I coded into it is not something that's going to get you killed or get you to lose your loot or stuff like that. Like I'm not going to, blow up your base or do anything weird like that. Or I'm not going to, spawn zombies on you and shit like that. So it's just fun little pranks and fun little jokes. Some of them will creep you out. Some of them will be like, what the fuck? Some of them are just funny. I can even tell you, like a lot of them just fuck with your chat. They make you look like you're drunk in chat. Or they make you look like you're talking in elite speak or SpongeBob sarcasm. There's another one that literally just makes you shit yourself. Like you'll just be walking along and all of a sudden a turd and a little poof of smoke will come out of your ass and the turd will fall to the ground and you'll shit yourself. There's another one that like, it'll randomly play like fucking zombies coming up behind you sound, even though they're not, just to fuck with you. There's another one that
work anymore?
Huh?
Will that work anymore? I thought they got rid of that soundbite.
Yeah, I got it to work. There's another one that will make your pants fly off and you start screaming like with that old school Rust scream. You remember the down scream from way back in the day?
That's fucking scary.
Yeah,
That's
that shit
fucking
is
loud.
But so if you hear that screaming, you might want to look down because your pants probably flew off. So anyway, there's just a bunch of funny ass little pranks like that. So that'll be going live soon. Just be ready for it. And ultimately, if it really, 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 really pisses you off because you're a fucking punk, did I say that out loud? You can just put a ticket in. You can put a ticket in. I coded a permission into the plugin that called immune. And if I give you that permission, then the plugin will never fuck with you. If you're a party pooper and you don't want to be fucked with. But just be ready for that. It'll be live this week. Have a little fun before Force Wipe. Next note. Every week, we will give out a $10 gift card to the best short video submitted in the Clips channel. So everybody knows there's a Clips channel in Discord. Clip Submission is what it's called. It's right there. It's a couple channels above here. And every week I'm going to give a $10 gift card to the best submission in that channel. I need the submissions to be like, at least like 30 seconds or so. I prefer they just be a file so I can download it. Not YouTube, because I can't just download it off of YouTube without going to some sketchy site. So either put the file, or if you have like Dropbox or OneDrive or whatever the fuck, you can put up there so I can download. Anywhere I can download it is fine. If it's, as long as it's downloadable. I already gave a gift card out this week. Well, not this week, but the week that just ended. I already gave a gift card out for the submissions they did. So just please submit some videos. And we're just going to be using them on our social media and stuff like that. That's why I'm, 30 seconds or more. I don't need like a 10-minute one, 30 seconds to 60 seconds. What I'm looking for too is just goofy, fun shit. If you and your team, like honestly, Boop and her people have some of the best ones ever. If you scroll back through the Clip Submissions channel and see some of theirs. Just, you and your team are out raiding a base and you end up fucking launching a rocket and hitting the corner of the wall and you blow your whole team up and everybody's screaming in voice comms and just laughing and shit. Just fun shit like that. I just want fun shit just to show the kind of stuff that people go through on Zombieland, and scary shit too, getting jumped by a fucking horde or, fighting crazy helis, just whatever the fuck, wraith fights, stuff like that. So I'm looking for fun shit, scary shit, crazy shit, chaotic shit, hilarious shit, just a lot of shit.
The shit.
A lot of shit. Moving on. Nint, this is you. You want this one?
Yeah, I can take it.
Thank you, Nint. See, threw me under the bus. Thank you.
Want.
Yeah, just a simple note from me. My note basically just says, if you have an issue, even if it's a potential issue, you don't know if it's actually an issue, just put in a ticket. A lot of times people just put it in general chat or 3x chat or whatever chat, just random chat feeds. That's not the quickest way to get support. And I would there's been a few instances where people needed a lot of help and they put it in like 3x chat. I know I don't watch all these chat channels all the time because that'd be a full-time job. Or, we don't have Battlemetrics up or Discord up and have like 6 monitors. So if there's just an issue, just put in a ticket. It's always going to be the quickest way to get help, even if you don't know if it's a problem or if you're putting it on behalf of somebody else. I know typically we like that person to put it in, but if it's like something dire, just we'd rather just have a ticket than it get lost in general chat somewhere.
All right, moving on. Wraith will be a lot harder next wipe. I should not have. Oh god, sorry, I was a little pissed off when I was doing this one, so be ready for it. Wraith will be a lot harder next wipe. I should not have fallen for the tears. Now suddenly everybody is good at fighting him, and he is falling to 6 players in 30 minutes. And all that crying was for nothing because I was right all along. He was not too hard in the past. Players just weren't used to fighting him, or weren't skilled enough at it yet, or hadn't learned the patterns or the tricks and stuff like that. So hate to be that guy, but I was fucking correct, and I never should have nerfed him in the first place. So he will be getting harder next wipe, going back to his true self, because, yeah, 5 people killing him in 28 minutes is just ridiculous. Next note. Oh, okay. Okay, so first of all, take it with a grain of salt. This is not to say other people don't do this. This is kind of one of those things. It's like, if you ever had kids or whatever, or you worked a job with a lot of other employees, sometimes like everybody's doing cool stuff, but like, as the parent or as the boss, you only noticed it one time from one person. That's not to say the other people aren't doing great shit too. So I don't want anybody to feel like, wow, he said something about this person, but I'd do the same thing and he didn't say nothing about me. Well, I can only comment on what I see. And like, if maybe I just happen to be glancing over at the console at just the right times, or logging into the game at just the right times. So again, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying other people don't do this too. I just happen to see it a lot this month from one person. So I felt that the person deserved a shout out. Rocket Rebel, you deserve a shout out. Your entire gameplay literally consists of just doing admin shit. Pretty much the front end admin work, which is, talking to players, welcoming players, teaching players how to do things, fucking, assisting players when they die or they need help with stuff. Like, I ain't gonna lie, every time I look at the server, Rocket Rebel is either fucking helping some new player or helping some other player or answering questions in chat, literally doing more work than half the admin team sometimes. So big shout out to Rocket Rebel. Again, I'm not saying other people don't do it too. But he just does it so fucking much that I happen to keep noticing it every time I look over at my screen. So props to you, Rocket Rebel. We actually upped your flag the other day. All our positive and negative flags we put on players. So yours has been upgraded, man. I appreciate all the help that actually takes a huge burden off the admin team, because then we don't have to do that kind of stuff. We still should be, but you know what I'm saying. It really helps us a lot. So
yeah,
big shout out to Rocket.
We upped it from extremely toxic to just negative.
Yeah. You went from extremely toxic to just negative. The funny thing is, though, he's got a streak in him. I don't know. I've known Rocket Rebel for half a decade now, but if you guys have ever caught him on the bad side, I'm gonna tell you right now, the motherfucker got a streak in him, dude. You do not want to catch. He's even rage quit Zombieland before. Like, you don't want to catch him on the bad side, dude. He's got his little streak in him for sure. But yeah, he's been through a rough life and stuff, man. So he's allowed to have little moments. But this dude is class act, man. If every player acted like Rocket Rebel, these servers would be through the fucking roof, man. It's class fucking act right there. All right, so moving on. Hey, look, I'm on my last fucking note. Well, kinda. I still have to explain something and show you something, but my last note that doesn't require me to be in Rust. Our anniversary is, trying to do math in my head here. Our anniversary is in like a couple weeks. 3 weeks? Yep, Zombieland's anniversary is in 3 weeks. I don't even know why I'm mentioning it. There's nothing important going on, but April 19th is our anniversary. That was the date we made Zombieland, April 19th of 2019. So we will be turning 7 in 3 weeks. Woohoo! In dog years, that's 49.
Oh, don't do that, King. Come on.
What happened?
6, 7.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, though. Anyway, so ZL anniversary is in 3 weeks. Just figured I'd mention it. Kind of cool. 7 years, that's a pretty long time, especially for a modded server, PvE server. Back when we started, man, there were like no PvE servers. Now they're flooded everywhere with a bunch of copycats. All right, so moving on. I have, well, these aren't notes, but I have 2 things to go over. I'm going to, I don't even want to talk about this topic. Is Kenji in here? Yeah, Kenji's in here. The legendary crafting. Let's just, I literally almost chewed on my own Glock last night working on this plugin. Like it's that difficult. So I know I keep telling you guys every server meeting, like, it's coming. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm trying it. I'm so close. So close. Literally to the point where I was racing, the last couple of days, just racing through it, trying to get it so I could have it ready for force wipe. I'm not, this is the big letdown. I am not confident that it'll be ready for force wipe. I'm trying my hardest. I promise you. Matter of fact, when the Q&A session comes on, I better see some fucking hands raised, and you people know who I'm talking about. I have beta testers. For those that don't know, on the 3x Premium server, there's so few people on there, and the people that are on there will come to me with exploits and stuff like that. So I'm not concerned with that kind of stuff. So I use them a lot for testing things, and they've been testing legendary crafting this entire force wipe. And let's just say it's been a rocky road, man. I don't want anybody in here to be like, well, that's not fair. How come they get to play with it? Well, yeah, ask them how many times all their shit's been wiped. Like they're testing it. They're not just goofing off with it. Many times they're like, fuck, all my shit's gone. So, dude, it's just, matter of fact, even last night, I'm killing myself. Hopefully they'll vouch for me, but I am literally killing myself trying to get this plugin coded for you guys. You got to remember, this is a suite of plugins, because the Legendary plugin itself wasn't even my original work. And then I made Legendary Manager, which is a plugin that's kind of like the heart of it all, that manages all the other plugins. And then Legendary Crafting is another plugin I wrote that has to intertwine. So the Legendary plugin has to, intertwine with Legendary Manager. Legendary Crafting has to intertwine with Legendary Manager. And then I'm doing things that Rust isn't even meant to do. Like I'm making things persist through wipes. Like your legendaries don't, they persist through wipe. And then I'm making a custom crafting system it is a fucking nightmare. It is a fucking nightmare. So now I get it. When I first approached the guy who made the original Legendary plugin, when I approached him about this idea, he was like, fuck no. I was like, I'll pay you. He's like, fuck no. That's impossible. So I've been doing it myself. It is a fucking bitch. So anyway, the big problem is you can ask the guys that are testing it for me. I've been crying for like 3 days now to them. Like, everybody's going to be so disappointed in me that I don't have this ready for force wipe. I've been trying really, really hard. I promise you. So I'll even show you what I got so far here in the stream. So if you got the stream open, now would be a good time to look at it. And I need to switch my stream to, there's Rust. Hey, look at that. I'm in the welcome center. You're a big whiny baby, Kenji. I still saw that. I hadn't switched over just yet. Okay, now I'm in here. Hold on, let me pull let me pull my Discord. Ciao. There we go. So what I got so far, yeah, I'm in the welcome center. Juice isn't even here to welcome me either. What the fuck? So here's the crafting thing. One thing that I did do actually yesterday was update all these icons. Look how cool they look now. Look at that shit. Yeah. There's all the legendaries. So as for those who haven't seen this before, I mean, some of this isn't new, but for those, oh, you don't see the stream? It's there. You guys can see this in the stream, right? I'm not crazy.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, so you can click one of these to see what the legendary has, and then what it takes to build it. I don't know why some of the icons aren't showing up, but whatever. Anyway, so those are like the custom. I had to go through here, and that's another thing that took so long, is I had to go through and make every single recipe for every single legendary. I had to make all the custom icons, all the custom thumbnails. It's just been a bit. But this is the legendary stuff. So all you do is if you have those ingredients in your inventory, why are some of them not showing up but some are? That's so weird. I need to fix that too. If you have these ingredients in your inventory, the words will be white instead of red. And if you have all of them, you can just craft a legendary and it goes right into your inventory. You also can recycle legendaries. You can recycle enchanted items that aren't legendary, just regular enchanted items. And you can recycle enchantment kits. All of these commands might change, by the way, when this goes live. I'm just, let me give myself some stuff here, so I can at least show you what I'm talking about. Give me one second, type the command.
Gumdrop Buttons is the best legendary confirmed.
Yeah, Gumdrop Buttons has been buffed.
Oh no, it still is. It being a gingerbread suit alone makes it the best.
All right, I gave myself a bunch of shit, as you can see. So the first thing, and again, this isn't obviously just trying to show everything here, but the first thing you need to know is you have a vault. It's kind of like, just think of it like your backpack. I have mine bound to a key right now, so I can just press the key and open it, but there's your vault on the right. Only legendary crafting ingredients that are actually bound to you, soul-bound ones. Like in other words, like if a recipe takes a hoodie can't go in your vault. It's not legendary. Only legendary stuff can go in your vault. So the ingredients can go in there. Actual legendary items can go in there, whatever. So now they're not in my inventory anymore. They're in my vault. If I die and I have legendary stuff on me, it'll go into my vault when I die. I'm sorry, wait, no, I said that wrong. If I die, my vault doesn't drop or anything like that, but the legendary stuff will try to go in my vault. If it's full, it'll stay on my corpse. And if it stays on my corpse, it can be gone. So be ready for that. You got to be able to manage your vault. You can't just fill it all the way up and expect everything to be okay. Another thing too is whatever's in your vault will persist through a map wipe. Everything that's not in your vault will not persist through a map wipe. So that's a slight difference. Anyway, and you can recycle. These commands will change, by the way. When you're developing a plugin, you just make quick, easy commands so you can remember stuff. So as you can see, I can recycle my little, I don't know why the icon's not showing up for these, but I'll have to fix that. I can recycle my enchantment kit. Notice that these say legendary under them too. That lets you know that that's a legendary you're going to recycle. I can also recycle, let me give myself an enchanted. All right, what did I give? Enchanted wallpaper tool. That's fucking useful. All right, so anyway, as you can see, I can, you'll see blue letters down here showing you that's enchanted. I try to make it just so you can see in the recycle list what you don't want to accidentally recycle something that you wanted to keep. So enchantment kits just show up as gray, saying kit. Legendaries show up as orange legendary, and enchanted items show up as enchanted. There's a really deep algorithm. The rarity of the enchantment you recycle can determine how good of components you get in return. The rarity of enchantments that are on your legendary item can also determine how good of components you get in return. Or even the rarity of the legendary item itself can determine it. And then an enchanted item, it not only does it take into what enchantments you have on the item. In other words, if you just put fishing enchantment on something, it's not going to give you the greatest components in the world as a return. But if you have something that has vampiric and uncanny dodge on it, it's going to give you a much, much better set of components in return. And it also takes into the account what the item is. So if you have, uncanny dodge on a bone knife, it's not going to give you as nice of a return as uncanny dodge on, bandit gear or something like that. So the algorithm is huge. It takes all that shit into account. It uses like a weighted system. And you always have a chance for everything, but the finger on the scale is real heavy towards, is this a really good enchantment? Is there more than one enchantment? Are they all good enchantments? Or even do the enchantments work good together? If you put heli damage on a hatchet, heli damage is good, but it's on a hatchet, so that gives you less weight. So it's real complex how it works. So it's not just a random fucking thing that it picks. It actually has logic behind what it gives you in return. Anyway, so you can click on one and you can recycle them. And you can even see what you got back. I got a component, Cannibals number 2. I can recycle one of these kits. I got some arcane scrap. I can recycle an enchanted item. I got a dragon talon. And as you can see, there's those items in my inventory right now. Components do stack, by the way, as you can see. And if I had all the stuff to build one of these things, it would change colors in the ingredients here. But I don't know that I have anything to really, I don't have enough stuff yet to build anything. So anyway, that's what I've gotten so far. Honestly, there's one that's white because that's what I was looking for. It was one that turned white. Honestly, from looking at it in the stream right now, you're probably like, well, it looks like it's fucking ready, man. Yeah, it's getting there. It's so close. Honestly, if my testers on 3x Premium get through all the fucking tests that I have outlined for them to test, we probably will be ready to go live. But I just want to be double sure. I know how, well, not only that, but things that last for the entire force wipe, it's pretty dangerous, if you have a bug. And I don't want to deal with you guys like having bugs and then freaking out on me because something went wrong. There's another thing with legendary crafting. It's called a comp box. Sorry. Should have been more prepared. Oh my God. All right, it's a console command. That's why it didn't work. All right, so that's a comp. There's a components box. So to use a components box, you go up to a research table. What the fuck am I doing? Go to a research table, and of course, my icon's not going to show up now. You'll see an open button down here at the bottom, and you just click open, and there's your comp box. You got it opened. You can't keep clicking the open button. I know it's still there. I need to make that just go away after you open your last one. Anyway, so that's how you can get a component. So those comp boxes can actually be found. The reason I even have them, you're probably like, well, what the hell's the point of having a comp box? It's because then I can put them in loot tables. I can put them in raid bases. I can put them in zombie hordes. I can put them in all kinds of shit like that. So that's what the comp boxes are. They're ways for you to get legendary components from loot, like from normal everyday loot. Anyway, so that's how all that works. I don't think I left anything off of there. I might, maybe somebody bring it up during the Q&A and we can discuss it further. I might be willing, if I can get this really close to being ready to be like, hardcore stress tested, maybe I can load it up on the servers, like with a caveat of, yo, this is just a test month. Like Force Wipe this month will just be a test. You may lose comps, you may lose legendaries, you may lose all kinds of shit. Only legendary stuff. You're not going to lose real stuff. I'd be willing to do a big giant stress test like that once I felt comfortable that it's stable enough to. It's more about if the players are okay with that, because I get enough bitching about face punch stuff that doesn't work. I don't need people bitching at me for other stuff too. So we'll
Not
have
it for those tickets.
Yeah, not it. Yeah, we'll have to. Literally, it would be the caveat of like, if there's a bug, report it. Cool, thank you, but I am not replacing stuff. Like that's not how this is gonna work. That would no. So who knows? We'll see. Moving on. And my last note was, I have another plugin I've been developing. This is going to be a weird explanation. Maybe I should bring up that thing where I can just read it, like how I was explaining it to other people. Where the fuck was that? I know I explained it to somebody somewhere in text. Did I put that in official business or something? Or senior?
I don't think so.
Somewhere. Maybe I even sent it to one of the other admins. It'd be so much easier if I could just read this instead of having to go through all this bullshit. Fuck me. Anyway, I don't know what it's at, so I'm just going to explain it myself and fuck it. So another plugin I've been working on. The best way to think about it would be to think it's like a better version. It's like my own fucking spin on that shit. So, and again, you want to be in the stream because I am going to show it to you as I'm talking about it. What it is it's called Monarchy. And what I was thinking was, so it was to solve a problem, believe it or not. I'm going to be completely transparent. And I don't even know if this would replace clans. It could just run alongside of it or something. I don't know. But we needed something different. The problem we have is, the biggest problem we have is new players. Believe it or not, so ironically, I was actually working with AI on coming up with player retention ideas. And actually, it was actually started out as a big marketing campaign. I was working with AI on developing a marketing campaign, hence the request for clips. We're trying to get our social media more out there and stuff like that, right? AI has all the usual default stuff it tells you to do. Oh, you post to TikTok, post to this and that, do this. One of the things it was, we'd come up with all these different brainstorming ideas, and one of the biggest obstacles was player retention. And it's like, your server is very fucking unique. There's tons of great stuff to do. What is causing people to leave? Because the basic way I had AI help me develop a marketing plan was I told AI to actually interview me. I told it to come up with 100 questions about our servers and everything we do here to get a better understanding of it all so that it could then help me formulate some marketing strategies. And some of the questions that it provoked were about player retention and what gets people here, what gets people to stay, what gets people to leave. The biggest thing that gets people to leave our servers is challenge. And it's not even that our servers are that hard. They're actually, anybody that's been here for more than a couple of years will tell you they're fucking easy as balls now compared to what they used to be. But the biggest problem is challenge. People come here from these shithole PvE servers and they expect it to be the same easy mode bullshit. Or they come here and they fucking get smoked by a zombie horde or some custom Bradley on a road or something like that. And they're like, man, fuck this server, and they leave. They don't even get a chance to get started, or they don't even understand how that kind of stuff works, and they never get started. So the biggest problem was, how do we get people over that little hump? The little hump of learning zombie. Because let's face it, if you spend a day or two here, A, you learn it and it's not as hard as you thought it was initially. B is you end up falling in love with it, man. The community, the fucking the customized servers that you'll find this kind of stuff nowhere else. People do fall in love with it. You just got to get them past that hump is the problem. And that was the big dilemma. So I had an idea. And it's funny, I pitched the idea back to the AI after it gave me this huge marketing plan and stuff like that. I said, I have an idea, and I fully wrote out the whole idea and pitched it back. And AI was like, holy, basically, and I'm going to obviously use my own wording, but it was like, holy shit, this is like the most amazing idea in the world, and is an idea that has not been incorporated into anything else like it. There's no other game out right now and no other server that does anything like this. That is an amazing idea. You should do it. So with that said, what my idea was this. The trick to getting people to get over that hump is we need other people, like Rocket Rebel, like I was talking about earlier. We need other people to grab them, take them under their wing and kind of show them the ropes real quick. Doesn't even take that long. Help them out with some things, man. Like run some quests with them, run some content with them, run a monument with them, whatever. Just show them the ropes, man. Show them that Zombieland is not that fucking hard. Just got to get used to, actually thinking first instead of just diving right into things. Show them how to use some of the plugins or get their kit and set home, and show them how to get to Heli Tower and throw a heli signal, all that bullshit, right? The problem is, how do you get veteran players to want to do that? Because veteran players are here to play, right? They're here to fucking get in there and pound down XP and level up as fast as they can and fucking kick the shit out of the Wraith and whatever else. So how are we supposed to do that? Well, that's where my idea comes in. What if we technically rewarded people for helping other people and blah, blah, blah. So here's where my idea first started. And what it came down to is the Monarchy plugin. The Monarchy plugin is basically, you can pledge to someone as their vassal. It is all going to be like medieval royalty themed, by the way. But you can pledge to another player as their vassal. And that player could pledge to someone else as their vassal too. And it'd be like a family tree, basically. Like if Nint pledged to me, and then Calmy pledged to Nint, and then Trigger pledged to Nint, and then Chappie pledged to Trigger, and then Mountain Juice pledged to Calmy. And it's like a big family tree of vassals. And the person at the top of that tree is called the monarch. And what it does is, it basically, Nerf hit it dead on the hammer. That's exactly what one of the admins said to me too. Like, so it's basically like MLM. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking Amway, dude. You're literally selling Avon. But the cool thing is your patron gets a percentage bonus of your XP. So if Trigger is my vassal and Trigger earns 10,000 XP, I may get 500 XP for nothing. Literally, I would log in and the game would say, hey, while you were away, your vassals earned you blah, blah, blah XP. And it gives you fucking XP, just free. Boom, right to your fucking pocket. And it is not taken from your vassals. Your vassals don't lose any XP. You get a bonus XP for what they do. So the reason that I think this is no, it's not new players, any fucking player. The reason I think this is a great idea is because, again, you got to reward somebody to take someone under their wing. And if someone's going to pledge to you, they're going to want something in return, right? Help them out. Fucking go run some content with them. It behooves you to help them, because the better they do and the more they do, the more you get for free as a bonus. So literally, as they're playing the game, the more, and it solves two birds, or kills two birds with one stone too. Not only do I need people to stick around, but I need them to keep fucking playing. My job is to put bodies on servers, right? So now it makes you have a motivation to get your people to keep playing the game. Like, yo, call me, fucking come on and let's fucking run some content, man. Like, in the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I want some of that free fucking XP, bitch. Get in there and fucking play. So it's basically a system that intertwines everybody together, where people are going to want to help other people because they benefit from it. and they're going to want to keep them playing because they benefit from it. And ultimately, again, I'm going to be transparent with my ulterior motives and in my hidden agendas. That all helps me, because if you're helping them, I don't have to help them. And if you're keeping them on the server, that's doing my job, which is putting bodies on servers. So that's ultimately what it's there for. So the cool thing is, though, and it all trickles up. So if you have a vassal, and then they have a couple vassals, and then each of them have a couple vassals, and each of them have a couple vassals, that XP is going up and up and up, because your great grand vassals are giving bonus XP to their patrons, and then they're giving XP to their patrons from that XP that they just got, because the bonus XP also gets a bonus of it. So if my 500 XP, if I log in and it's like, hey, you got 500 XP from your vassals, well, guess what? If I have a patron, my patron's going to get a bonus for that, what I just earned from my vassals. So it really compounds and snowballs uphill as it goes. And I actually have been falling asleep every night and just brainstorming all kinds of ideas for this plugin. I think I can really take this plugin really, really far too. I've already even started implementing some of the other stuff I want to do with it. Nothing is concrete, by the way. This is all fucking napkin work right now. Like, in other words, every idea I'm doing is just me coming up with weird stuff. But I want to do it to where there's actually a taxation system where a monarch can set a tax rate, and the tax rate actually does take from you. So if you have a 5% tax rate and one of your vassals earns 1,000 RP, 5% of that RP is taken. And the cool thing is, though, it doesn't go to a person. It goes to the coffers, the monarchy coffer. And the monarchy coffer is its own custom currency where your monarch can actually open the /S, and there's an entire new shop just for monarchs where they can buy perks for their entire monarchy. So again, this is all being fleshed out on a napkin, so don't set anything in concrete yet. But, so your monarch can buy a perk for the whole monarchy of like everybody in the monarchy gets fucking 10% bonus XP for everything they do, or everybody in the monarchy gets half cooldowns for helis, or everybody in the monarchy, gets this and whatever. I can literally, any perk in the game that has a permission tied to it, I can tie to that shop. So your monarch could purchase those perks with that monarchy currency, can purchase those perks. It could even be kits, like, hey, your monarch just unlocked this kit for the whole monarchy. You guys can now claim this kit every day if you want, because your monarch just unlocked it with the currency. So your tax money goes towards your monarch unlocking things for your whole entire monarchy to use. The tax rate defaults to 0, by the way. So your monarch could just turn it off and not use it at all if they want to. The reason a lot of people are like, wait, that's kind of fucked up though. No, it's not, because what it does is it kind of makes it a two-way road. Like if your monarch's gonna start taxing the shit out of its vassals, well, they're gonna fucking leave if they're not getting nothing in return for it. If the monarch's not fucking unlocking perks for them or even helping them and doing stuff for them, then the vassals are gonna be like, you know what, fuck this guy. Let's go. Old Kinjiro over here. I heard he's doing all kinds of shit for his monarchy. Let's go join his. Fuck it. And the cool thing is if you unpledge from somebody, your whole fucking branch goes with you. So like if Nint was under me and Nint had a bunch of people under him, like a whole tree under him still. If Nint said, man, T-Bird's a terrible monarch, I'm going to go somewhere else, and he unpledged, his whole tree would go with him to wherever he went. So it's not like you would lose your whole tree. So it behooves a monarch to actually treat their people good, because their people could fucking leave and take a big chunk of people with them, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to really intertwine it and make it really almost like political, where you guys really got to think like, I got to be nice to my people or they'll leave me. But at the same time, you got to have some people there. It's a cool system. I'll show you what I got so far. So there's my tree right now. I'm the monarch, and actually I wasn't earlier, but we were testing what happens if I leave and started my own monarchy. So look, you can see right there's my monarchy tree. I'm really, really, really proud of this tree. I actually did an algorithm that dynamically resizes this tree. So no matter how many branches I get horizontally or vertically, it automatically relays out the tree so everything fits nice and neat and has scroll bars. You can see the dark patch over here where a scroll bar would be if I needed it. You can see up here at the top is my monarch currency. I don't have any right now. I'm broke. I'm a broke ass monarch. But that's where my currency, and that would show for the entire monarchy, by the way. Like if Nint was online and opened up his monarchy tree, it would show this exact same tree right here. He's right here instead of at the top. Your invite code at the top, when you pledge to somebody, they have to accept it. You can't just randomly pledge to people. They have to accept your pledge. Or,
Hey, can you lower your menu a bit? The Discord thing on the stream is covering it.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry. Just turn that header off. Totally, how about that?
Cool.
That ain't it. Where is the frame?
You're good, King. It's a good catch.
Trying to find. Sorry, I got so many fucking layers in this thing. Maybe that's. There's the name, all right, and there's the header. There we go. How's that? Okay. Is that better? Oh, I need to turn out the new follower one too. Then, because
I was gonna say the new follower one, yeah.
There we go.
That was pretty close. Yeah. Ah, nice.
Sorry about that. I forgot where the hell I was. Oh, anyway, so someone, if you pledge to somebody, they have to accept your pledge. They can't just willy-nilly do it. That way, you know, you don't get a bunch of weird randos under you or just people being weird. Unless they have your invite code. Your invite code is right here. You can see it at the top, or you can just type my code, command my code. And you can, if you give someone your invite code, they don't need your permission just to pledge to you. They can just flat out do it. That's useful if, like, you know, you got your friends coming and you're not going to be online that day and you want them to pledge to you. They can go ahead and pledge to you. When we do get to the point of running this, it's not real time. I do things in batches because this is working with other plugins. You know, the XP plugin, the RP plugin, all that kind of shit. You don't want to call APIs frequently like that. So like this does not update in real time as far as like the XP and the RP and stuff, or even the taxation. Like what I do is in batches. Like, you know, every couple minutes I'll batch 2 or 3 players and just update their stuff. And then next batch, I'll do 2 or 3 more players. And then once all the players have been updated, then I'll start back from the beginning and just keep. So you'll see cached values a lot where it's like, wait a minute, the XP's not going up. Trust me, it's going up. It will. The people on 3X Premium have actually been beta testing this plugin for me for a few days now. And I think, how many, Kenji, you still in chat? How much XP has Vixen earned from her monarchy? She's the monarch right now. How much XP has Vixen earned? Like 400 fucking K or some shit? It's a fucking lot, dude. Anyway, another cool thing I just did recently is you can see everybody's names.
It's in chat and Discord. There,
oh, there it is. It's in
like
stream.
505,000.
Yeah. Damn, she's at 500,000 XP already earned from her vassals, and her tree is smaller than mine. Giggity. I made it so it colors everybody's names with their rank, so you can see right there, like the yellow are staff, the blue is veterans, skis and born just regular. Kenjiro here is that's top voter or top donator. So it colors everybody's shit according to their rank. So that's pretty cool. These little ranks right here, they're actually dynamic too, like knight, squire stuff. The more vassals you have, the higher rank you get. You can click on somebody to see their details. You can see right here, Johnny Cake is a knight. He has retinue of 6, meaning he's got 6 people in his retinue down here. He hasn't been online in 5 days, and I'm going to tell you why that's important, why it would be in that details window. Tribute XP received 0, tribute sent 0, tax sent 0 because he's fucking lazy. No, I'm just kidding. It's because it's on the test server and they don't play here. This is all just for testing purposes. You can see right there, Kenji's received 72 XP. I'm going to guess that was from Born, or I don't know where he got it from. Anyway, the reason the days online is important is because your monarch can go stale. Like you can go stale basically and get auto purged. I mean, it's a long time. It's like a month or something like that. I'm actually thinking about making it shorter, you know, like 15 days or something. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out when we get into testing. But you can go stale. And if you go stale, you're completely severed from the plugin. In other words, like looking at my chart right here, you guys can't see my mouse, right? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Like if Vixen had not been online for, you know, a month, when it does its purge, it checks every time the plugin loads. It checks. If she had been online in a month, she would be completely severed, right? And when she gets severed, Johnny would lose her as a vassal. She would lose her vassals. She would just be completely gone out of the plugin. So that would hurt me, and it would actually help Nint a little bit because it would hurt me because now I lose all these followers here that were under her. And Nint would now be actually his own monarchy. He would have his own monarch. He'd be a monarch now at that point because when Nint gets severed from his patron, it's the same thing as if he unpledged from her. He would now be his own new monarch. And he could, of course, come over here and just repledge to Johnny or repledge to me or something like that to put the monarchy back the way it was. But just be aware of that if people go stale for a certain amount of time, that's what happens. They get severed from the plugin. And what I'm planning on doing actually is that little days since login thing right here. I'm going to actually probably recode that so that the first number is how many days and and then I have like a slash and then the maximum, you know, before they get cut. And I might even like make the color start to turn colors or something as it gets closer to the deadline. I even think I might code like a warning in there or something like your patron hasn't been on in a week. You might want to be careful, type shit. But that's just to keep it so that, you don't want to like have a monarch or have a whole branch of your monarchy when like one person played in a fucking month and you're like, dude, we're sending this person all this XP and then they're just going to log in and like that's bullshit. That's not fair. So that's why that is. And just so you know, the XP and stuff, they don't roll over to the next wipe. Like you can't just stay offline and have your monarchy play all wipe and then log in for the force wipe and like, look at that, I got 500k XP on day one. It doesn't happen that way. No. That stuff does. Now the monarchies themselves we're not going to wipe. In other words, you don't have to get all this all set up and organized and then redo it every force wipe. But I'm just saying like the accumulated XP and RP and all that shit that does not roll over. Use it or lose it type thing. Again, that's where your monarch currency goes up there. If you are the monarch himself, you actually have this button right here, the settings button. It will not show up to other people, but it will show up to the monarch. And in the settings button, you can set the name of your monarchy. You can actually upload a coat of arms right here, put in your little URL, just like the sign artist plugin has to end in JPEG or PNG, and it'll show it right there. You can set your monarchy tax rate. You can set your monarchy tag. You can set your monarchy tag color. The reason those are even important at all is because it gives you monarchy chat, which is /M. You see right there, you get monarchy chat.
Ban them. Ban them. That's a ban.
Ban 'em.
I'm being trolled.
Anyway, so that's what I got so far. Again, this is napkin fucking planning paperwork right here so far. Like I have all kinds of cool ideas. If you guys have cool ideas, I'm fucking all ears. Again, keep in mind, they got to be possible. And B, performance is key. You can't be like, hey, every time I hit a node, could a chicken fly out of my butt? Like, no, that's just, it would kill the servers. I can make it happen, but it would kill the servers. Oh my God, chickens flying out of somebody's butt would have been a great April Fool's thing. Anyway, so if you guys got ideas, I mean, hell, I may even make like a separate channel or something. We can brainstorm some thoughts and ideas on this. I think this could be a really cool system. I think it'd be really fucking cool. I mean, I can make kits. I can do all kinds. I mean, we could even go as far as like when your monarchy reaches a certain size of retinue, there's like a legendary item you can get, like just all kinds. We can do anything in the world we can do. There's just possibilities are limitless. And I really think, and please tell me if I'm wrong, I really think the core functionality of what I'm trying to do here of getting veteran players to actually have interest in helping newer players and, lower tiered players. When I say lower, I just mean people that don't have as much play time, don't know what they're doing. I really think that would help, right? Because like, if I make Johnny and Kenji successful, or even downstream, if I make all the way down here, if I make Call Me and Trigger successful at this game to where they're like, fucking, I love this place. I'm going to put 12 hours a day into Zombieland. Guess what? That shit trickles up to me. That's going to help me in the long run. So I really think it'll help promote that kind of stuff. I really do. So maybe I'm fucking wrong. I don't know. But that was my idea. Hope you like it. That's all I got to say. Anyway. I think that is our last note, right? Oh, my microphone's blocking my screen. Lost my notes channel. Too much going on. Is that our last note, Trigger? I think it is. I don't even think that was a note. Yeah,
There wasn't even a note.
Yeah, it wasn't even a fucking note. Just making shit up.
Just talking at your ass again.
Yeah, that's
those
what I do.
cans.
Let me put this back to this. So we're gonna go to the Q&A now. Trigger, I guess you want to handle the waving.
You know it. So we're going to open it up. It'll give you the option to raise your hand. And when you do, you'll give the go ahead to join the stage. When you join the stage, please keep your question or questions fairly simple, fairly straightforward. And then when you're done getting your answer and stuff, then just leave the stage. All right, the stage is open. So if you do have a question, don't forget, I can't remember where it's located, middle of the screen, maybe bottom of the screen to raise your hand.
I think it's at the top right, isn't it?
Is it? I can't remember now.
I think it's the top right. Bottom middle, close enough. I mean, top right, bottom middle, like fucking tomato. Like, come on, guys.
Right,
We really got to nitpick here. Like, God.
that's close. Top right, bottom.
Fuck. Oh, look, Boop is
All
here.
right.
I was just talking about you, Boop.
We do have our first one, the Nomad.
Hey, how we doing, guys?
What's going on?
Hey, you talked about a it's kind of wrapped up in the whole thing. Obviously, if you would join, okay, so the big picture is, to put blunt and dry, you're wanting players to get more involved with other people. My thoughts of it, obviously, it wouldn't be official help, but you could make a Discord channel in Zombieland for players to actually step up and kind of have like new recruits or questions that other players can jump in and help on. So that way it eases down on the tickets a little bit with different things. So that way it kind of filtrates it before it gets deal.
In a perfect world, amazing fucking idea. Also, hell, you've been around a long ass time, you know. Nobody
That will promote the Monarch as well.
Yeah, nobody fucking reads anything as the problem. Like, remember we had a long time ago, years ago, we had the Sentinel program, which was like, you're not admins, but you got a little bit of stuff. You know, like they had their own ticket system they could answer and everything, and like still nobody would fucking read or do shit or help. So it's like, it's a great in a perfect world. Now I will say on the monarchy thing, I am gonna have, there are other things too. I forgot to show that. There's actually a leaderboard. You can see like the top monarchies. There's gonna be a thing that exports to Discord every now and then, showing different stuff about monarchies, like the top ones or different stats and shit like that. But Discord channel wise, the problem is getting people to fucking read, man. I cannot get people to read for nothing. So I don't know.
The only other thing I was gonna say is, when you talked about, sorry, I got it all in notes. When you talked about the whole new player situation as far as like the Monarch goes and all. So is that something that's gonna have its own leaderboard itself, like its own tab, so to say, or is that gonna like affect into like the EXP that the player has on leaderboard, or the if the boost affect like the mining for resource gathering, or is that gonna be its own separate thing, or is that one of those things where like they might have the highest because of the perks that they have?
Yeah, none of the, well, first of all, any perk you have, like you don't know, if you're talking about the /stats plugin, like any perk you have can go towards it. Even the perks you have now go towards that. You get a fucking enchanted pickaxe and you're mining away, that's counting towards it, and there's no way to differentiate. Well, he only got that much ore because he had an enchanted pickaxe. There's just no way to differentiate that. So yeah, it all goes, because you got to remember, this plugin isn't going to communicate with all the other plugins we run. It just does things. Like when you log in and you're like, hey, your vassals earned you 500 XP. Well, all it's doing is behind the scenes is just saying, give XP, Steam ID 500. You know, it's so whether you got 500 XP from looting a crate or 500 XP from your vassals, it's just 500 XP.
Yeah, I was just curious on that.
Right. Yeah, it wouldn't be totally integrated. Now I could make hooks into it that do integrate, just like top performing monarch or something like that. You know, the monarchy with the most, the currency we're using is bits, like the old bits that we used to use a long time ago. Like, the monarch that has earned the most bits or something could be a stat or something like that. But that's all like way down the road once the plugin's working.
And one random question, nothing that we talked about today, but is there a reason why we don't do deployable enchants?
How would you enchant a deployable?
Like, you would have like a planter box that would grow 50% faster, or perfect stats.
Because there's no such thing.
Something of that nature with different stuff.
Yeah, because there's no such thing.
Okay.
I mean, there physically there's no such thing. Yeah, that's why. No such thing.
Appreciate it.
And man, you better believe if there was a planter box that did that shit, I would delete that from the game.
I'm about to say less people playing, the more time off the server, but
no, that's not how that. No. Not only that, but damn well that. So the real comeback would have been for you to say, well, the faster people can grow stuff with their planter, the less time they'd have to spend making farms and having farms, and they wouldn't need as many farms. Bullshit. They would just make twice as many and make twice as many plants. I saw a person the other day with 11,000.
A good farm raid early on in the way.
There's no such thing though. I saw a person the other day had 11,000 pumpkins on their hotbar, and I'm like, what in the absolute fuck are you gonna do with 11,000 pumpkins? So yeah, they'll just do more. Anyway, there's no such thing, man. So sorry.
No, you're good.
I did appreciate the questions. Next up, Driz.
Good evening, guys. How y'all doing?
What?
Yeah, what's
Holy
going on?
God.
Oh yeah, I come in loud and clear. TR here always talks to me all the time and bitches at me sometimes for calling him. I just want to say I love this server and all you admins. You guys are great. Playing with everybody on the servers too, awesome. So I only wanted to step in here to talk to everybody about. So this upcoming wipe, we're gonna try to do something impossible that Legacy hasn't done. Probably because Crazy is begged for it. Crazy's birthday is on April 4th, and her wish is to fight Wraith on April 4th. So, yeah. So we're gonna do it with whatever we can scrounge together. As she's trying to deny this crap.
Just no yelling at me because he will be harder. And Ridgeline does not have the most friendly Wraith Island out of all the maps.
Well, I mean, we overcome this map that wouldn't allow us to get rams across real easy.
Yeah, but your ramp was cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was. It worked. But yeah, so that's what we're going to try, and hopefully we can succeed. But I'll let you know that this server's pretty awesome. I've been liking all the changes that you've been doing.
I'm glad, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we hate it when we get compliments and thanks. We hate that.
Oh yeah, compliments. I hate it. I mean, I can go off again. I mean, it's always fun.
I get enough of that from people.
People don't like it that much, but usually I go off on other people, just not them, because I troll other people apparently.
I appreciate
it. And that's it, guys. You guys
definitely appreciate it. I'd be interested to know how that turns out too.
All right. Anybody else have any other questions?
Taxation for the
nobody in the line.
That's it. That's it. We only have 2 people.
Admins. Can we get some admins on server for prizes?
It's gonna be the shortest fucking Q&A ever. I like it.
And yeah, that's it. Nobody in line. Driz is still in channel though, so maybe Driz has another question.
I saw Nat. I'm surprised she hasn't raised her hand yet.
Oh God! The Nomad is back. Oh, okay. We got a couple. Nomad.
We already know what Nemesis is doing it for.
Just a quick rumor. Just a quick rumor that I wanted to make sure that was cleared up. There was a lot of people saying that there was a bug with the Wraith Reward legendaries because there was a lot of duplications being thrown out. I just wanted to make sure that that was cleared up.
Huh?
Because a lot of people were getting double the same item every single time that they were clearing the Wraith. And I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't a thing that you didn't know about.
I mean, if your RNG rolls the same legendary another time, that's not a bug. It's just RNG.
No. Like 2 out of the 3 people will get the same legendary. Like I think it was like 3 races in a row. So I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't an issue or something that needed to be addressed.
Yeah, I mean it's RNG. It's not a bug. It's just RNG. Some of the legendaries are more common than others, and so I mean like you have a much higher chance of getting a fishing rod than you do, an M249 with fucking heli damage on it. So
thank you. RNG. I love taking sports out with fishing rods. All right, I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Nemesis Psycho.
Here it comes.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
What's up, Nick?
I only did this because for friggin' bad idea I had to say something. Anyway, but I only said anything. I only put my hand up because you had to say something, sir.
I mean, it's tradition.
Yep.
It is tradition, and I would like to preface this by saying no one else should say this to T.
Please don't.
Please don't. You will get in trouble. I will not. T, you're a cunt. I love you. I love you all.
Thank you for saying it. I appreciate it. Oh, look, now somebody raised their hand to speak. Great.
How the fuck do I leave?
And, no, that's literally all she wanted. I'm telling you. I told you as soon as she raised her hand, I'm like, well, I know what's coming.
All right, Creeper.
Oh, yeah, someone else definitely will say it to me, but yeah, probably won't end up the same.
Oh, man. All right. But with the Matriarch, I'm actually curious. So my companions that I game with only really play on that server seasonally. So with the matriarch, will they always have to be like popping on every so often, or can they? I'm trying to find the words. So if the main person is grinding still, will they still get stuff even if they only log in every so often?
The monarch or the people under them?
The people under them.
Yeah, the people. I mean, all it really is it just caches things. So like, so say you're a vassal of a monarch, and you were out there playing. Nobody else is online, right? It's just you. Like it's the end of the wipe. Nobody's on, and you play, and you earn like 10,000 XP, and then you log off. It just memorizes that. So when your monarch, or not your monarch, but technically your patron, when the person above you logs in, it does the math and says, hey, Creeper did this and earned you, here, you got this much XP bonus. And just gives it to them. So yeah, anybody can play at any time, offline, online, whatever. The only thing you have to worry about is that days since last online being timed out. Like right now, I think it's set to 30. So if you haven't been on in 30 days, you'll get dissolved. Your node will get dissolved out of that tree.
Okay.
And that's just to keep it from being stale, where people were like, what the hell? I'm doing all this playing and my monarch or my patron's never even around. I hadn't even seen them in 2 months. That's just kind of BS. Like the whole purpose of it is so that you have someone, you may be earning them a bonus, but the trade-off is because they're teaching you and helping you and assisting you with stuff and kind of being your friend, whatever. It's not very fair if they haven't been on in 2 months, and what the fuck's the point type thing. So.
All right. I
Cool.
mean, also.
Yep.
Yeah, that was just it. I was just more curious since I know I haven't been on. They haven't. It's not their season to get on.
Well, you better tell them they better get the season going.
Well, they have all these shows and shit to go to.
Fuck that. No, this is more important. No, anyway, I'm glad you had a question. I mean, I was actually, when we got done showing off that whole system, I was like, holy shit, nobody had any question at all, or even a comment or an idea or nothing. I'm like, damn, this sucks. So at least you had something, man. Hell yeah.
Well,
all
I mean,
good.
to me, I definitely think the matriarch idea is
Monarch,
better.
Monarch. You're gonna get yelled at in chat if you don't call it Monarch.
Sorry.
Matriarch.
Hey, man, it could be a female Monarch. Shit.
I want concubine.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
I want to. Let's call it concubine. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad you like it, man. I think it'd be a really cool system, especially once it's like fleshed out. Like this is literally, I started this like fucking a week ago. Like literally just started it. So I think it'd be cool.
I definitely think so, especially when everybody has their own roles. Like, one person is the miner, one person is the crafter, the other is the raider. So I mean,
yeah, they'll be all earning XP, that's for sure, because Vixen is floating on 500,000 right now from it. Yeah, and like I said, the 3X Premium crew, it's live on that server right now. They've been testing it for days, almost a week now, probably. So they're having fun with it. Cool. Anything else?
No, that was just it. I was
Awesome.
just more curious about that.
All right. I appreciate the question, man.
Thank you very much. Oh, we got a couple now. Mr. Hitman.
What's up, guys?
What up?
Out of curiosity, you guys still need testers for anything?
Trigger, it's all yours.
Map testers, 100%. Always.
I don't know about that. More of the plugin stuff that I usually do for T.
So that's, again, like I was thinking about maybe actually, I could probably, I mean, I could fluff up some things, get rid of some debug and push a live version of Monarchy just to like the servers for now. Only like it would have to be an everyone ping announcement like, yo, this is just a stress test. This is not like, if you don't get the exact XP you thought you were supposed to get, fucking bug report it, but I'm not giving it to you, that kind of thing. Because my problem is I love having testers, but then the problem is the testers usually are just testing because they just want to play with something new. They don't want to actually report things. They don't want to help me find bugs. They don't want to help me find exploits. And if they do find them, they don't want to tell me because they want to keep abusing them. And then when something goes wrong, which it can, I mean, knock on wood, I can tell you right now from 3X Premium testing for a week now, I have not had to wipe a single thing with the Monarchy plugin from them. Everything has stayed intact no matter how many versions we've gone through. But there's always a chance, right? There's always a chance something could get fucked up somewhere, or some error could happen and something. And that's the problem with testing is then people get all pissed off like, well, you compensate me, you do that. Like, dude, you're fucking testing a plugin. I'm not giving you something for like, so if the players would be cool with that, I'd be down with putting this bitch live, like literally on Force Wipe or something, just so, and just with the preface, this is it. I'll even put a banner in the top of the UI that says beta test only, you know, so like so people know, like there's no way you don't fucking know about it. So yeah, if you guys really are interested in this, I'm not gonna lie, it didn't seem like anybody really cared when I was going over it. So if you guys are interested in it, I'd be glad to fucking throw a test version up there, let you guys fuck around with it for a while. Hell, I could throw it up today and let you fuck around with the early beta version of it, and I'd probably end up, you know, have a new version by Force Wipe. But yeah, I'd be down if people want to test it. If you really want to goof off with it that bad, sure.
I mean, I'm down to test stuff. I'll be back for probably this next wipe, test
Sweet.
out stuff and see things.
All right, well, stay tuned to announcements. If I do, I will make sure I put it there because I want to ramble for like 3 paragraphs about this is just a fucking test.
All right, well, thanks, guys.
Appreciate the question. I'm Biz. Oh, on a cell phone, it looks like.
Oh Lord,
Hey guys.
you're not driving, are
How's
you?
it? You're not.
What's up, man?
Yo, love the monarchy idea. This is just an idea.
Uh-oh.
But what if we could add some kind of a virtual PvP component? Like, for example, a percentage of all the resources that get gathered, let's say by cutting wood or gathering stone, becomes another virtual currency, and you use that to train a virtual army. So, for example, I can challenge Nint, and if I beat him with my virtual army, I get to raid his Kofor. So there would be like no actual battle. It'd just be a
Yeah, kind
battle
of
on
like
a spreadsheet.
them old browser games, right?
Exactly. It
Yeah,
would be
where you
just
like
a virtual.
I send my 17 archers and 20 knights
Exactly.
to your and then it just does a bunch of RNG shit behind the scenes, and
Exactly.
dude, that
And
would
we
be
use
actually
the
kind of fucking
virtual
cool.
Stone. Yeah, we could use the virtual stone to upgrade the virtual defenses or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what you have, but if I want to scout you, for example, I have to spend 5,000 RP or whatever. I get to scout you and be like, oh shit, this isn't worth it.
Did
or
you play
something like that.
Tribal
It would
Wars?
add like a whole new community component to it.
Did you play Tribal Wars in the browser? You sound like you
I
did.
did not, but I
Okay.
played Evany, which I spent
probably
way
similar.
too much money on in the early days, but that's essentially what it was.
So there's 2 things with that. Number one is if I did something like that, I would actually make a second plugin. It would be almost like a utility plugin that like an expansion pack for the Monarchy plugin, right? That way it's not all jumbled up and built into it and bloated. And because ultimately what you're really just using is your Monarchy numbers and your currency, and that stuff easily can be communicated from one plugin to the other. So that's easy. That would actually be kind of cool though, to make like a secondary plugin called like Kingdoms or something, and like you guys can and for those that don't know, you're not actually fighting. All you're really doing, it's literally like playing the fucking roulette wheel in Bandit Camp. I mean, you're just you know, you're gambling with this, you know, this many troops and this many archers or whatever that you don't. They're all virtual. They're not real. And then you know, a bunch of hit point roll in and armor class roll in D&D type stuff happens in the background, and then somebody wins. You know, so that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool.
Cool.
Yeah, keep that in the back of your head because I still got to finish the main plugin first. But that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll put something in writing and put it in Discord.
Yeah,
'cause I'll
that'd be really
forget
cool.
in 3 days, but yeah.
Hell yeah, I like it.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Nice.
I start
Alright,
putting some of this fucking shit on my
that is
resume,
it.
dude.
Gonna shut the thing down.
That it? No more questions?
Alright,
No more comments?
no more questions, no more comments.
Nobody told us to go fuck ourselves. Well, I got called a cunt, so I guess it's.
Wait, it's early. Let me open it back up.
Oh no, don't do that. Cool. All right.
Fuck you, Nint.
Fuck you. Is Nint even here? Did he AFK?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
he's
I have
here.
no idea.
Oh, he's here. Okay. Whew. Wait.
me?
Hey, bad idea. How you
Okay.
doing, man? Bad idea. What's up?
Huh? What are they?
Preposterous.
Oh, he's here too. Got him. Antique, how you doing, bro?
Alive.
Oh
Good
shit,
fight,
he's
though.
here too. Fuck, they all got me looking like a fool.
I never leave.
Jesus Christ, they got me looking like
See,
a fool.
chat, this is what I deal with. I always
I
get
know
late for stuff I never did.
hop on a server though.
Man. All right. So
I'm on 3x for prizes. Town, we going on the roof. If you're not on the roof, you're a square
The roof. Why are you on the roof?
because the roof is on fire.
don't forget he's on if he's on 3x, he's on Rebellion too. It's a cool meeting spot.
All right, I'm gonna deafen out. If you're coming up to the roof, I'll talk to you in game. I'm gonna deafen in
All right.
this thing.
I'm on Legacy. I will be in the basketball court as per usual.
I'm
And
gonna
also
show the
gonna
I'm gonna show the map then while they're doing that.
do it. And I think Call Me is on premium, so Call Me, where are you going to be?
I'll be on the roof as well. I just need
Okay.
to get my hotkeys here to give these guys the stuff.
Again, for 3X.
If you have them, I can send them to you if you need them.
Come to the
If you could do
roof
that,
of
please.
town. Come to the roof of town. Do not put it in the chat of the server. But if you can hear my voice, come to the roof of town.
Yeah, definitely don't put it in the chat of the server.
No.
Yep.
Put it in the chat of the server, you're actually ripping yourself off, because the reason we don't have is we don't want scrubs coming to get their free shit that weren't actually at the meeting. So if you sat through the meeting, that's not fair. Someone else can just jump in and get a prize, so don't tell them where it's at. All right, so here's the map.
Next time I'm gonna put it on Wraith Island.
I didn't even get a shout out for the 2 heli towers on a map. I didn't even get a shout out for that. You know how bad I wanted to delete the heli tower completely? And I put 2. I put 2. 2. 2.
All right. I'm gonna deafen now.
Okay, I guess I'm being bullied on premium. I have to go to their fob. This is bullshit.
Good, get bullied more.
9 years. That's because you're on Legacy. You guys haven't changed maps in the whole month. 3X has 2 right now on the last map.
2 more days.
Hope y'all had a good server meeting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
it's work chat.
this is Ridgeline. It's got ridges. And train. And,
I'm stealing all your shit.
and museums. And swamp. Anybody want to come swear to me on the test server and be my vassal?
Oh, I was about to say something, but thankfully you finished that sentence.
In my monarchy, we beat people in. Like it's like a gang initiation. Unless you're a chick, you don't want to know what we have to do then.
He's not wrong. It hurt.
Come join the gang, man. Are you a vassal of mine?
Yeah, I helped you test that thing. I was like the 3rd person
Oh
in
yeah.
there.
Oh, look at you. You're way down. You're a squire. Look at you.
I
Look
still
at
got people below me, so feeds my
Yeah, you
ego.
do. Oh yeah, you got Trigger below you. He's a peasant.
Yeah, he is.
Jeez. Morty's a peasant too, and Mountain Juice is a peasant. What the fuck? I think the test server is actually wide open right now because I had people helping me test this monarchy thing the other day. That's why you see people on there on my monarchy that aren't part of like the admin team. I think it's actually wide open right now because I don't think I remembered to turn the gate back on. I always forget to close the gate. I'll be closing it here soon, but I think I forgot. Oh, I am showing the map off. I'm just like flying around like a dumbass, not even saying shit. Rust rivers are so weird from a distance, but then they look good when you get close.
If all else, well, we could just give him the assistant flag, right?
Yeah. Oh, you don't need to. It's not that important. I was just goofing off. I'll probably will load it up, let people fuck around with it as a fucking test. Disclaimer. I'm gonna say that every time I mention it.
Wipe everything.
Oh, you know what? I did an update earlier to the legendary thing. I need to die real quick. Oh, if it kicked you off the test server, it would tell you why. It wouldn't just EAC integrity, whatever. It would actually tell you you're not allowed to be here. Please contact an administrator or something like that. It would actually have a kick reason. All right, for those that are watching, there you go. When I died, all my legendary components and my legendary items went into my vault, which is that right there. And that did not, because that's just an enchantment kit. Oh, was you loading in the monthly? Yeah. Maybe EEC is shit in bed or something. I don't know. People don't realize that sorry, I'm tired as fuck. All the Steam Auth stuff and EAC stuff, no, we have no control over any of that stuff. Like if everybody on the server is not having it happen to them, or at least like, you know, half the fucking server, like, you know, when Steam is kicked shit in the bed, some nights you guys will see like fucking 30 people get disconnected at the same exact time. If it's not like that, it's not in our control. Even then it's not in our control usually because it's Steam. But if the whole server is lagging together, all people like 100%, there cannot be a single exception, then it is the server. We're probably getting DDoSed or something. If it's a chunk of people, it's probably a regional thing, like Steam is out in a region or something's out in some region or some internet issue in a region. If it's just a couple people or just you, no matter what the error is, EAC, Steam Auth, whatever, packet flood, tick, all that shit, that's just connectivity stuff. It has nothing to do with our actual box. Like we cannot control that shit. Sometimes it's Steam, sometimes it's the internet, sometimes it's a regional thing. Nothing we can do about it. People still yell at us for it, but there's nothing we can do about it. I can assure
Legacy.
I can assure everybody that no one gets more stressed out by connectivity issues than we do, because it'd be one thing if it was our fault and it's like, fuck man, our server is a piece of shit, let's upgrade this or let's get better this or that. It's not. So when it's not your fault, that's the worst, because there's nothing you can do about it. Everybody has had that experience in life where like you get in trouble for something that you didn't do, you know? That's the worst fucking feeling in the world. Like when you know for a fact you did not do anything wrong and you're still in trouble, that's the worst. And that's what we deal with. Every time people say, lag, the server's laggy, lag. No, it's not. And that's how we feel when you say that kind of stuff, because it's not our fault. Rust runs like shit. Steam runs like shit. And that's what happens.
Are you saying they bloated this game so bad?
I just, you never, I mean, you know, 75 fucking light types and picture frames and planters and gerbil wheels and shit. Yeah. Runs perfectly.
I'm closing down rewards on 3x.
Okay.
Yeah, premium's done too. Shit server, I'm leaving.
Oh, which is Raid Island? I can show you the Raid Islands.
Also, I don't know if these guys are still watching your stream versus in the Discord here, but Matthew is new to the server and they came to the server meeting. It has not even been graded yet, so they got a grade and a reward.
Fucking hey, you need to, hey, you know what?
Dang.
It's almost force swipe. Give him a double fucking reward. I like that shit. This dude joined the server and the server meeting in the same fucking day. That's fucking hot.
Yeah, the with no yada yada. Let me see, what was the name?
Give him a double reward. I authorize it. Give it to him. Hook him up. I'm showing the Wraith Island real quick. Wraith fighters out there, if you want to know what Ridgeline Wraith Island looks like, here it is. It is not the friendliest Wraith Island in the world. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. It is definitely not the friendliest one in the world. Build priv wise, let me see what the build priv. Oh yeah, build priv wise though, look, I got you all the way to the shoreline right here. Look at that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna show you Raid Island still. I didn't forget about you, 9. But there's where you can, I just happened to see the Wraith Island. I want to show this before they all logged out. Most people don't stick around for the map preview. Anyway, so that's Wraith Island. He spawns, I will tell you this. He used to spawn way up here on this rocky hill. I actually moved him down to the flat area so that he's in more of a flat area and more accessible from where I know you're gonna end up building your fob. So a little more expensive, a little more accessible there. But that's Wraith Island right there, or World Boss Island, whatever. If you get thirsty, there's a little pool of water here for you. Yeah, I figured that'd be nice. Hook y'all up. Might even find a chocolate bar in that little box next to it.
Like a T-bird.
That's to run in and get in there in case you're set on fire.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
What up, chaps?
What's up, bro?
This is a raid-based island, isn't it? One way to find out. Can I build here?
I was just gonna say, can you build?
Yeah, oh, there you go. That's a raid-based island right there. So right next to the Wraith Island, there's a raid-based island here. But you can build. Wait. Yeah, but you can build over here for the Wraith. I thought you could. Didn't I just build here? Oh, it's over this side. Okay. Is this shallow enough? Okay, that's what I was trying to make sure. I want to make sure this was shallow enough that you could cross it. Look, yeah, you can run across this. So you should be able to drive your little vehicles and shit. So this is all buildable out here. So yeah, there's plenty of space for you guys. The other raid islands are, this probably is one here. It's really easy to tell because they'll be flat as balls. I guess balls aren't very flat, but yeah, that's another one.
No comment. Never mind.
I would hope not, dude. You might want to see a dot.
No,
So that's
I was gonna say something else, but
oh, that's a raid island right there. I don't think this is. Now you can tell just by how bumpy it is that that's not a raid island there. Easiest way, like I said, is just look for really, really, really flat. And I try to put them on opposite sides of the map so we have other spawn points. So this probably is 1, 2. Yep. And that right there is actually probably 1, 2. So there's a lot of raid islands on this one. So that's good. This might have been one of the early maps that we put Wraith on, but Wraith, I don't think this is the original one. I don't think that I did the Wraith on. The original, oh, you know how you could tell the original one? Because it's got them little skull spikes around it. Around the island, remember? Because back then we didn't even have a sign or nothing for it, and like Facepunch broke the custom map markers. Like these words I put on the map, they broke them, so I couldn't put them on there. So I put them little skull spikes all around Wraith Island so that you could tell that's where it was. Yeah, so I think the map you guys are on right now might have been the first map that I had the Wraith. But back then, I don't even remember if it was called a Wraith. I think it was just called a boss or something back then. Like way before I started developing my own plugin.
Zombot?
Yeah, oh no, that was just a regular 10K bot. Or whatever.
What's the map that we had? One of the monuments was a pyramid, and Zombot would run around there with Yoka.
Oh, like the actual pyramid, like in the desert?
No, that's a custom on Fable. That's a custom build spot. That you're thinking of, T. No, what T is thinking of is a custom build spot, I think. What you're talking about, I have no idea.
It's probably before your time. It's one of our maps that got nuked with HDRP. Like I had this giant pyramid. You go inside of it, and there's like fucking puzzles and shit. It's really cool. Hieroglyphics, and you had to solve the puzzle.
Freaking menace, a sniper with that Yoka.
I love their puzzles that actually take work to solve.
Yeah, that's the fucking one you're talking about, bad, because Zombot was on the very tippy top of the pyramid. When I say pyramid, Nint, I'm talking about like you see that mountain right in front of me on my stream.
I'm not at my desk right now.
Like 5 of those put together. It was huge fucking pyramid. And the inside of it, like a whole catacomb in there with all these puzzles and hieroglyphics. You had to write them down on paper for real, like in real life, and try to solve the hieroglyphics. No, much better than Saint. No, not a numbers puzzle. There was actually hieroglyphics. You had to try to match up the symbols and find the right path through the dun. It was like a huge puzzle inside.
I was just more referencing it as it was a puzzle you had to think of.
And then and then on top of the pyramid, at the very tippy top, I mean like literally the pixel at the very top, like that point right there. Zombot was up there, 10,000 health boss with an Ioka that does like fucking 1,000 damage if it hits you. So like you're trying to scale your way up this fucking pyramid.
Zombot was an asshole.
Yeah, you'd be scaling yourself up the pyramid. He would just pop your ass with a banana fucking Ioka and lay you out.
Do you remember the name of that one, Nem? I know if you and I were just players then, like even before you were staff.
We should have talked about cargo during this server meeting.
Oh yeah, we should bring up cargo, shouldn't we? A little late now. The server meeting's kind of dwindling down.
No, there's still 34 people.
30
we
cargo. We have tested cargo several times.
So we pretty much we hope we've narrowed things down to like Facepunch fucked up cargo ship on custom maps basically. So when you start a brand new custom map from scratch, the first thing that happens is it generates the map, like it generates the terrain, which it just makes a big flat sheet of terrain basically, but it generates the terrain, it generates the cargo pathing around the terrain and all that shit, right? So we figured it out that cargo is doing that stupid fuck up thing where it goes through land on custom maps only. And when I say custom maps only, I mean like custom, like the terrain from scratch custom. Which would be why suddenly it just happened, but hadn't been happening for a couple wipes now, because we've been running, lately we've been just doing these right here where we take a proc gen and we just kind of customize it. Well, when you take a proc gen, the cargo path is already baked into the map from Rust itself, not from the map editor. And we think that something Facepunch changed with cargo, the map editor is not agreeing with. And if you generate the terrain from the map editor itself, like a brand new custom map, it's fucked up. And cargo goes through land because for some reason it's not happening on these proc maps where we started with a proc and we've customized it. It's only happening on maps that we fully made custom. So I hate to be a dick, but on those kind of maps, we are disabling cargo. It's actually disabled right now on 3X because of that. Because for those that don't know, if cargo goes through land, it wipes out everything. It wipes out every base, wipes out every player, wipes out even vanilla monuments get wiped, like the doors and the card readers and shit. So it's really, really, really bad. I don't know a solution for it. The map editor person who makes the map editor has started working on some other projects so he can get us for some more money. Because you do know we have to pay a monthly fee to use the map editor. So he's working on something else, and he's been working on that for like a year now, trying to make more money from us. And he has not updated the map editor for shit. There's all kinds of bugs that have been there for over a year now. That's why custom map rivers look so much different than the Proc Gen ones, because the map editor never did update that either. So I don't have a way.
Hasn't updated the water.
No, he's not even fucking updated the water, dude. And that was like early
Jesus
2025.
Christ, right?
So I have no way of fixing whatever the fuck is happening with cargo ship on custom map. So the good news is, you know, we don't always run the custom maps anyway, but when they do run, for right now, I'm gonna have to turn cargo off because I am not gonna get out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning again because cargo's plowing through some bases. Let me tell you how fun that was, by the way. We get woke up at like 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, whatever the fuck it was. Run upstairs because
I had to call T recently.
yeah, I have literally 20 minutes to try to save shit, or it's all gone forever. Because Rust does run 3 save files and it just recycles them. So every 10 minutes Rust saves, and then the next 10 minutes it saves again. And once it's got 3 save files, it just overwrites the first one and then saves and overwrites the next one. Saves. It just keeps recycling them. So I have 20 minutes to get somewhere quick. So Nick calls me, like cargo goes through land and starts plowing fucking bases. Nick calls me, I run upstairs and fucking butt booty ass naked onto my computer and fucking quickly as I can grab the save files and save them. And let me just tell you guys, this is just a bragging moment, by the way. So feel free to just mute me if you don't want to hear my shit. But this is the kind of service you get on Zombieland. You're not gonna get this shit on Hex or fucking Brit's little cocksucking thieving ass. We do all this at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And me and Nint, we literally go and we take that save file, the backup. We go on the test server. We reconfigure the test server to be a copy of the fucking real server that just got nuked by cargo ship. We fucking then go through and we find, actually Call Me was helping too that night, I think. We go through, we find every base that got obliterated. We then copy those bases from the test server, you know, booting off that save file from before they got obliterated, you know, the backup copy. Then we take those copies and we move them over to the real server, and then we one by one paste those bases. First we go clean up if there's any leftover debris from your base. We move you out of the way so you don't get harmed. Then we go and repaste the backup copy of your base back down with all your deployables, all your inventory, all your loot, everything in there, and then we put you back where we found you, and you never even fucking knew it happened. And we had to do that multiple times this month because the cargo ship. The cargo ship literally went through land and plowed a bunch of fucking bases, and we had to do that shit at like 2 o'clock in the morning multiple times this month.
The admin bases.
It even wiped out 2 admin bases. It wiped Chappie.
Mine.
Yeah, it wiped
And I didn't
Chappie
even
out. It
know.
wiped Nint out. It wiped Trigger out. And we had to go back and so again, this is just me bragging out of my ass. But like, what fucking Rust server are you gonna find that the fucking owner and a bunch of admins will get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and race to their computers so they can save all your shit, and you never even knew it fucking happened? Like, I guarantee you right now there are players. They do not know that their entire shit got nuked and we fucking fixed it behind their backs.
Yeah, when I logged on that like the morning after that happened, I had no fucking idea until I joined voice after work, and Nate told me what happened.
Yeah.
I literally woke up in the exact same spot. So 100%, he is right. That will happen.
Yep. So it's crazy. I just saw someone curious why do underwater scientists spawn. We don't control anything about vanilla scientists spawning. That's all Rust. We don't control that shit at all. Anything that has to do with vanilla NPCs or vanilla anything, we don't control. We don't control vanilla monuments. We don't control vanilla scientists. We don't control vanilla loot spawns. We don't control any of that shit.
Just vanilla ice cream.
Or vanilla ice.
Ice baby.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was just my bragging moment. Like, we get so much shit sometimes from players, like, "Oh, yeah, I mean, you're mean." Like, you don't understand the shit we go through to try to be nice to our players. We really do. If we're mean, you probably did something to deserve it. I always tell the story about when I was a little kid, and I was in like elementary school, and every fucking year, man, I would have a teacher. You know, in elementary school, you just got like the same teacher all day. And like every fucking year, I would have a teacher that was just a total fucking bitch. I mean, she was so rude to me and just hated me. And I kept like bitching to my mom all the time. Like, it's not fair. My teacher hates me. And it's not fair. Every year I get a teacher that just hates me and is a jerk and blah, blah. And then one year my mother finally said to me, like, my name is Michael, by the way. One year my mother was like, "Michael, did you ever think maybe it's you?" And it just like, I was like 8 and had a fucking epiphany. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I'm an asshole. You know, like, so if you ever think, man, the admins are dicks, like maybe it's you. Like, I'm sorry. no dick is gonna get out at 2 o'clock in the morning to fucking save your base. I promise you that. So maybe it's you that's the dick. And again, we're in a server meeting, so most of the people in this channel have never really had any issues with. So preaching to the choir here, but you get it. Maybe it's you. Anybody else need to see anything on here? Did you see who? I forgot who asked me to show them the southeast side of, because we were talking at the time, but I still showed it. The southeast side of World Boss Island right here. Anybody else need to see anything special before I fucking jump out of this shit? We good. There's southeast side. You can't build down here. All the building is towards the mainland. Custom build spots. Fuck you, Nerf. Wait, what am I reading about from Born here? Wait, what? First off, don't waste it on anyone. I respectfully appreciated the garage door skin. Garage door that was a skin that was for a loved one that passed. Oh, yeah. I don't know how that got brought into the topic, but yeah, the garage door skin was cool. Any chance I'm boosting loot on impossible dungeons or bunch? Hell no. These people are, first of all, the insane dungeon is supposed to be like the nightmare raid. You're not supposed to profit on that. It's just supposed to be fucking insane. But now we got people coming out of these dungeons, man. People from these dungeons like it's the gold mine for fucking enchantments and shit like that. And on top of that, go ask the people testing the legendary crafting. The people testing legendary crafting on the 3x premium server. Go ask them. Them dungeons are making it almost making me nerf shit because they're farming the shit out of scrolls to get enchantment kits, to recycle those enchantment kits, to get fucking legendary components and stuff like that. Like they got a nice little system going on over there. Just like with the Wraith, man, where I said like I never should have changed it in the first place. Just like the Wraith. Learn the system and I promise you it's fine.
I think that one is more of a balancing issue. I think
there's need balancing it. The insane dungeons are fine. Dungeon quest being added. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about it. Why is this not in the Q&A? We just had a Q&A session. Nobody asked a fucking question. Now suddenly we get all these questions.
Can I put that in your to-do list?
The dungeon quest? No, because I'm trying to see if I'm keeping the dungeon plugin first. I was trying to let people bitching they were too easy. People bitching they were too hard. People bitching there's not enough loot. People bitching there's too much loot. I was like, you know what? I don't even know if I'm keeping this fucking plugin because I'm tired of hearing people bitch. So I figured I'd sit on it.
I think people love it.
So I'd sit on it for a while and see if I want it, because I'm not going to go and, because I can do leaderboards in the stats plugin, I can do quests, I can do all that shit, but I always have to see if something's going to stick before I start putting extra work into it, because the quickest way to get me to get rid of something is people bitching about it. And I don't mean get rid of something as in get rid of the challenge or nerf it. I mean just fucking delete the plugin. Like that's the quickest way to get rid of something. I'm so tired of hearing people bitch. Yeah, I mean, I want to keep them. Yeah, it's more content for you guys to do. I definitely want to keep them. I actually want to get rid of the stats plugin, believe it or not, but that's another conversation for another day.
I'm guessing that's due to intensity on the server.
It is so fucking intense, and it's got a lot of bugs. It's preventing me from being able to do other plugins because it literally. You got to think every stat you track, it's watching every single thing every single player does for every single hook in the game. It's insane. When we did it, we didn't have dungeons and all these other things we've been adding since then. And now looking back, it's like, why did I add the stats plugin? It's doing so much bullshit to the server. So, and then it keeps having bugs. Like we've had people just lose their stats for no reason, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's all in my SQL. I don't even know what the fuck any of that is. I don't fuck with SQL. So, yeah, keep dungeons. Don't listen to bitches. Amen, man. Amen.
Hey, 90. I loved the arena too. But one of the problems with that is just unless the admins were trying to push for people to actually do it, nobody did it. It just literally became the quickest dead content that T spent months putting together.
And what you don't realize too is that plugin actually takes 9 plugins to work. There's 9. It's a 9 plugin suite, and it is really intensive. And it takes a insane amount of map work to do per map. You remember? Because I had to put all that shit together every map and configure the whole thing for every map. So that's an insane amount of work.
I loved it too. But
I loved it too. And nobody, go to our YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube channel, click videos, and scroll to some of the older videos, and look for any video that says gun game, and you'll be like, oh my god, it's the coolest thing ever.
Well, the downside is people didn't do it for content sake. People
Well,
We did it for fun.
that's exactly
We
the
did it
problem.
for
There
fun.
was-
That's
there was-
exactly the
there was
problem. Is
no-
you didn't get shit out of it. You didn't get loot. It was just for
Yeah, that's what I
fun.
was trying to get at.
Yeah, it was just for fun. And what do we know about Rust players? They don't do anything for fun or for entertainment. Everything has to be what's in it for me, what's in it for me, what's in it for me. So
Yeah.
literally, if the admins did not spam chat with like, "Hey, I'm going to do an arena game. Anybody want to join me?" Blah blah blah. Nobody would ever fucking do it. And I'm not going to run 9 intense plugins and do 20 to 30 hours of work per wipe on a map for a plugin that nobody ever uses because nothing's in it for me. Like it was fun as fuck, but nothing's in it for me, so they wouldn't do it. Yeah, it was so fun.
It was a lot of fun, honestly.
It was so much fun. Yeah.
I'd get rid of a lot of things to have that plugin, but the
Ain't gonna
thing
happen.
is it would just exactly. I
You
know
guys
that
could
already,
you guys could all get together and get my own mama to come down here and tell me to fucking install that shit, and I would slap her across the face. Ain't happening. Ain't happening.
The same
You
goes
know what?
for the
I'll put.
racetrack
How about
plugin.
this? I'll put the arena on the fucking test server. Y'all go play there. Guarantee nobody shows up. Guarantee it. They'll show up the first day when I announce it. They'll play a couple rounds and they'll never show up again. Hell no. That thing takes so much work.
Call me, it's dead.
Yeah.
The same
Thank you.
goes for the racetrack plugin, and I
Yep.
think that one might come. I think it should come back. though.
that was
Like, have it
before
happen
my
a couple
time, I
times.
Racetrack plugin.
And
Racetrack plugin was actually even easier to do and was still fun. And people still wouldn't do it because there's
don't
nothing.
Bring back the Battlefield server.
Because there's nothing in it for them. Nothing in it for them. That's where gaming's gone nowadays, man. Nobody wants to do anything for entertainment or for fun. They just want
Well,
what's in it for me.
that's why server events are so hard to run too.
That's another thing. That's why we stopped doing server. Remember, we used to do server events like once a week, then it was once a month. That was rare because like nobody would show up unless something's in it for them. Do we get a prize? What do we get if we win? What do we get? Like you get fun. Like that. You're playing a video game, dude. Like you can't pay your fucking mortgage with RP. Like what do you want? Like nobody. And it's even worse is to have that kind of mentality in a game that wipes. Like Rust is literally the only game in the world that deletes your content, your progression on purpose. So like the fact that people only do things, I mean, we literally have had players straight up say, well, I would if if the reward was worth it or if there was a profit or if I could, like, why? So you can have a number at the end of the wipe to watch it get deleted. Like, what does that do for you? It doesn't do anything for you. So no, I'm done doing any kind of thing that's for fun. Period. Because nobody does it ever. I know I sound cynical as fuck right now. Everybody's like, oh, this guy's negative as shit. But I'm telling you, 7 years of doing this now. 7 years. 7 fucking years. Nobody does shit for fun anymore. Ever.
And it just also sucks when you put in a ton of work or you set up an entire arena for an event and you publicize it for a month and we clear like 1,000 people from wipes to wipe and then you get like 2 people that show up.
Yeah, and you don't understand how much work.
You just like the best example I can give is like I've done like the rocket boats quite a few times, and that's a lot of fun. But it takes me a couple days to put all the arena together. It's mostly just because I like to decorate and spend a lot of time making it like role player as fuck.
Even worse is like we would gladly sponsor players doing shit like that. If players want to put together an event, fucking have at it. I'll spawn you shit in. I don't give a fuck. Well, we will gladly let players host an event and run an event. They don't do that either, though. Ever.
Somebody said that they were gonna reach out to us to do a paintball event now that there's paintballs. That sounded like a pretty fun idea.
There'll be another fun one. But again, we put this shit together. Nobody shows up unless there's something in it for them. Or they're like, well, yeah, but that's a lot of time I could be spent like farming it. What are you farming for? Why do you need it? Why do you need that extra, 10 sets of gear or whatever? And keep in mind, this was all before Wraith existed too. So it's not like you can say, well, they really did need to farm up a lot of shit. No, they didn't. Because they didn't even take part in PvP. So we tried, man. We tried a bunch of shit. Nobody wants to do stuff for fun anymore. Sucks. The Water World, yeah, that was a fun one too. That can't happen anymore though, because Face Punch changed the way water works. Because of the deep sea.
That must have been before my time too.
So the Water World server is a server I made a long time ago, back before this stupid deep sea shit ruined it. Well, that's not what stopped it. But so what it would do is what I did was I would design a map. I'd make a custom map, and what I would do is I would actually go in the test server and I would raise the ocean levels to a height that I wanted to be the final height, right? Just keep that in mind, the final height. And then I put it back down to 0, which is sea level. And then there's a convar you can use. I don't even know if it's still active. Hold on. Do I still have the hotkey for that? Let me see. I'm on my Stream Deck right now. I had a hotkey for this. I don't know. There's the hotkey. I wonder if it's still working. No, it didn't do shit. You could raise sea levels, and you could do it like to a decimal, like to whatever you wanted, right? So what I would do is I'd raise the sea levels on the test server on the map to exactly where I wanted it to be for the final value, and then just a little bit of mountaintops poking out here and there, like the top of this hill would be sticking out above the water, the top of that hill would be, and then I would do the math. I would divide it out, and I had an automated script that every 15 minutes it would raise the sea levels by that small decimal. Right? It's so tiny you couldn't see it. You couldn't even see it move because it was the entire force wipe. 30 days divided by the value I wanted the final sea level to be. So the incremental rise was tiny, but it would just slowly be rising. You log in the next day and wait a minute, that beach looks a little smaller than it used to be, type shit. And by the end of the wipe, there was literally just a couple little mountaintops that were sticking out of the water. And the server was called Water World. It was pretty cool though. So and it was a PvP. So when the force wipe started, everybody kind of raced for the highland. It's kind of king of the hill. You really wanted to be on the highland high ground, because then you would be dry. It was really fun though. And I used to do that on Power Hour too. I used to just bloop, 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 raise the ocean levels just to be a dick. It was pretty fun. It was a good server. The Battlefield server was cool too. But anyway. Yeah, the racetrack plugin, that was actually a lot of fun. We had some really good minicopter races. For those of you wondering, all this shit I'm talking about, all this shit is on our YouTube. If you really scroll through our old videos, we have almost 300 videos on our YouTube. If you scroll through some of the old videos, you'll see all kinds of old shit we used to do. So anyway, I've been Discord parkouring in NoClip around this map for half an hour now. There's a lot of snow on this map.
Okay, Morty.
A lot of snow. Everybody Discord, everybody parkour Discord, whatever.
It's funny. The meeting's over and we still got 30 people just hanging out.
Yeah, you guys are just kind of, does anybody need to see anything else? But we're way done with the meeting now, so. Way done with the meeting. Yeah, what up, Grave? Yeah, I can't bring back Waterworld. Facepunch changed it. You can't do that with the oceans anymore thanks to the deep sea. I fucking hate the deep sea, man. It's causing so many problems. If you guys could see the console, how much errors go by every time the deep sea does anything, it's just never ending. Never
so fucking annoying.
It's never ending. The errors that go by, it's just stupid.
It's oh, hey, let me find something. No, deep sea spam.
Yep. Or the fact that it's making the cargo ship go through the fucking map. Because, by the way, we figured that out, too. The whole cargo ship going through the map. It only happens when the cargo ship is on the side where the deep sea happens to go to. So, it's definitely the deep sea causing it. My favorite thing about this map, honestly, this is going to be a very fucking pessimistic comment, but nothing, really. I don't want to get into this can of worms. You got to remember, I don't know if you ever, did anybody see that suggestion that, I don't care about calling this person out because I thought it was kind of a rude ass suggestion. Everybody go to the suggestions channel in Discord.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm looking for. Go to suggestions channel in Discord. Scroll down a little bit. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Where the fuck did it go? If someone's got a link to it, you can just put it in the chat. You know what I'm talking about, Nint. Fucking make some maps, asshole. There it is, right there.
Oh yeah.
So if you go to the suggestions channel, this guy, he's actually banned right now, which is funny. He put a suggestion in while he's banned.
Everybody knows who this is.
Yeah,
Everybody knows.
If you go to the Discord channel, you see the suggestions, and then there's a direct link to the actual fucking part I'm talking about. He basically was saying make some fucking maps, dude. Fucking lazy ass. We're tired of the same map. It's okay, well, read this. So if you look at that first screenshot right there, I'm going to switch my stream to Discord. If you look at the first screenshot right there. Oh, wait, I got my Discord. That first screenshot, this is how many maps I originally made for Zombieland. Way back when I first created Zombieland. Handmade. These maps are hand fucking made. No proc gen at all. Hand fucking made. All those maps. We're talking thousands of hours of work. And then Facepunch introduced HDRP, which nuked every single one of those maps. All these maps right here in this screenshot, gone forever. I was pissed. So I started over from scratch. And I made all these maps, which is a fuck ton of maps. You can see right here. Look at all these maps. And then last year or the year before, I forgot which, Facepunch decided to completely change all the rocks, which completely bricked all these fucking maps. So I lost thousands and thousands of more hours of map work. And now here we are today. I've remade these maps. And honestly, I am just fucking burnt. I don't Face Punch has burned me so many times now. I just don't fucking care anymore. Maybe I'm a dick. Whatever. Maybe it cost me players. Whatever. I'm just done caring. I'm done spending thousands of hours of my life making maps for them to just nuke them all. Fucking, I want to change the way this rock looks. Well, you could have left the old fucking rocks in there. You know, there must be 1,000 items in Rust that have never even seen the light of day. No player has ever even seen them because they don't get used. They're still in the game. Why couldn't you have left the old rocks in there so that my shit wouldn't have been bricked?
You remember when they removed the egg type from Easter and it like kicked everybody off Legacy for like an hour until we found an egg in a raid base?
Yeah. That time
mid wipe.
They do shit like that. They literally just removed an old type of Easter egg that just happened to be when we made a raid base. It had an Easter egg in it or something, and then so anytime that base spawned, the whole server would get RPC kicked. They just do shit like that. But there's so many things in this game that you don't even know are in here because they've been in here for forever. They've been here for 20 plus years and they've never even been used. And Face Punch leaves them in here, but they sure as hell want to remove shit that's going to destroy custom servers. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know how to say it without coming off like a dick. So I hope everybody understands. I'm so burnt on maps. There is nothing. Ask Nint every time. he's our biggest. If somebody was in charge of our map tester program, it would be Nint. And every time it's like, hey T, could you maybe possibly, like, you know, your approach is like when you're trying to ask somebody something, you know they're gonna scream at you. Like, could you possibly in the map? And I'm like, dude, I don't want to do any fucking map work. I fucking hate maps so much. It's like pulling teeth to get me to even open a map now. I'm so sick of them burning me like that. Like, we had some cool ass maps. Where's Arctic Freeze? He's in the channel. He'll tell you. We had some cool ass fucking maps, dude. Arctic Freeze has played on all those maps, even the original ones I showed you. Like, even the original one. We had some really cool ones. Yeah, it's the problem. Even if we had someone to fix them all, by the time you fix them all, fucking Face Punch will do something else to destroy them all. No, you can't use AI with map work. You got to use the map editor, which also hasn't been updated in over a year.
Rocks,
Huh?
water.
Yeah.
It's just listing all the changes.
Yeah, if people are wondering why it bricked the map, you see all these rocks that are everywhere? Yeah, all these things, these have to be hand placed. And even worse is they are hollow on one side. See how it's hollow down there? See like that? They're hollow on one side. So not only do they have to be hand placed, but they have to be hand placed accurately, or there'll be gaps that players can fall under or go under. So you can't just drag and drop a bunch of rocks on the map and be like, okay, I'm done. There's your rocks, bitch. No, you have to hand place them. Then you have to rotate them on these, see how they're weird angles that they're at right now so that they don't have gaps under them. And look at all of them. I mean, they're literally everywhere on the entire map. And you have to hand place all this shit. And that doesn't even count the monument work and the map, you know, the other work. You have to hand place all that shit. So when Face Punch deleted those things, man, like, it bricked the map. There's nothing left.
What was there saying? It's better for performance because it's only half the textures.
Yeah,
but then, like, 7 times the size.
For those wondering why would they do that? Well, I'm going to tell you why they did that. Before Face Punch did this to rocks, where they're hollow like this on the back, see how they're all hollow now? Before that, they were solid all the way around. There's like 1 or 2 rock types that still are solid, but you know what? I'll use a node right here to show off what I mean. So see how this node is solid all the way around, right? Every rock in Rust used to be solid like that, all the way around on every side. So you could plop them down at any angle you wanted to. You could rotate them any angle you wanted to. You could be messy with them. You could be neat with them. You can make statues and shit out of them. We used to make monuments and statues. We had giant like dragons and shit we made out. I mean, huge up into the big ass dragons and shit. We would take rocks and we would shrink them and stretch them and move them and bend them and twist them and make them into things. You could do everything with them. And then Face Punch, they're like, well, we want to optimize Rust because it runs like shit and everybody gets bad frames. So their optimization was, let's just remove the backside of entities. Since players don't see the backside anyway, that's less stuff that your game engine has to render. So that was their solution to optimize Rust, was to just delete the back half of every rock on the map. That's their optimization. The problem is all the maps, the rocks weren't facing the appropriate direction they needed to be facing, of course, because, you know, like, they didn't have an empty backside before, so you never know which direction they're going to be facing. And even worse is when they did it, they made new rocks. Instead of just doing it to the old ones, they just made all new ones and deleted the old ones. So then when you load your map up, there's not a single fucking one anywhere on the entire map. And look at all of them. You have to go back and hand place every single fucking one of them again. Which I've done, by the way. If you go look at that screenshots I was just bitching about in Discord, that the last collection there got a lot of maps where I had to go through and literally hand place every single fucking rock on the entire fucking map. And like I said earlier, rotate them and move them so that they don't have gaps. And then our map testers would have to go grid by grid and check every single rock for a gap.
I'm just about to say, explain that whole fucking
Yeah,
thing
map
you
testers.
made.
We had a grid. I even made a web page where the map testers could click one grid at a time to mark it off as tested. And they would have to literally go like this. They'd have to fly around like this and look at every single rock and look for a gap and look for a gap and look for a gap. And then they'd find them and they have to show me where they are and I have to go back and position them again. I mean, look at all these rocks. Look, it just goes on and on and on. So Facepunch has done that to me twice now. They did it once and I fixed all and made all these new maps and then they did it again. And that's when I'm like, fuck it. I didn't actually say fuck it originally. We've fixed how many now? Like probably 6 or 7. And then that's why we started doing this whole proc gen thing where we just let do a proc gen and put some custom monuments on it. Because then I don't have to replace all the fucking rocks on the whole map. So that's where we're at right now. So that guy made that suggestion like, why don't you make some fucking maps, man? We're tired of the same old shit. I'm like, bro, let me tell you something. But that guy's a dick anyway, so.
Andy's been banned more than probably most people that I've seen.
Yeah, he's been banned a couple times. No, I'm not the only one able to edit it, but I'm the only one that does. I mean, I make jabs at the admin team all the time. Like, y'all motherfuckers need to learn how to work on maps so you can replace some rocks. But nobody does. I don't blame them. It's fucking torture. Literally torture. I'm not even kidding. Isn't this where the pinecone joke came from? I swear it is. I would literally rather get like a fucking pinecone enema than to work on a rock again. Seriously. I would rather take a pinecone up the ass than work on a map again. I hate it so much. So the fact that we're even pushing out anything new is incredible, which we are, by the way. I actually plan next month. There will be a new map next month. Actually, I even told Union I was trying to do it actually last week even. So yeah.
Yeah, we got behind.
Yeah, there will be a new one. Well, we get behind because we don't have enough admins helping us. Yeah. But if we had the staff, I could probably put a new map out every month if we had the staff to help. But we don't have the staff to help, so I can't. But I do have plans to push a new map next month, so be ready for that.
I got plans on what that map should be.
Yep. No, it'll be for I'll say so. That's where the weird thing happens. So with new maps, I never run them on Legacy the first time because the problem is if there's a major fucking issue, the only way to fix it is a map wipe, or you just don't fix it. And if there's a major issue, that's a whole month of dealing with that shit, man. Tickets coming in all the time, like oh yeah, like. I can't handle that. So I usually
berries growing in the same spot.
Yeah, I usually do a brand new map on a one of our biweekly servers first, just to get a good run through. Fucking 100 player count. Because 3x gets 100 players. In an early wipe. Let them all run through it and find all the bugs and shit like that, and then I'll fix it up if they find any bugs. Because 100 play testers is better than the one fucking map tester we have right now. By the way, and shout out to Puddin'. Only map tester we got right now. So I usually do that and then I'll run it on a monthly server so that they can enjoy it too. But I never run it first run on a monthly server. That would be terrible. It's really just 33 players times 3. Yeah. It's not about the player count. It's about the length of time that you guys are going to be stuck on that broken map for a whole month. A brand new map, there's going to be fucking problems. And sometimes they're really big problems. So especially when you only have one map tester. That's actually the key to that statement, I guess. If one map tester ain't gonna find everything. There's no way. But when we do pump this new map out, it'll be sometime in April. I'll get it done, and hopefully I can push it live maybe in May for the Legacy people if we have time. I am gonna try to stick to. There's Puddin'. Look at that. There's our only map tester right now. How sad is that? Yeah, Legendary Crafting, man. I'm trying, dude. It was discussed in the meeting. I'm fucking trying. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, and I am trying to make a habit out of doing what I've been doing the last 2 months. Let Legacy vote on the next map for Force Wipe, because it's only fair. They get stuck on that same map for a fucking month. It's only fair to kind of let them have the input on what that map should be. Whereas 3X, the first map of the month, 3X doesn't even fucking care. They just breeze through it, trying to farm up skills and levels as high as they can. I don't even think they look around the map at all. So there's no point in letting 3X decide the first map. So I will keep doing that. Let Legacy decide on what map. Ah, this looks like shit right here. Look at this. Oh, I need to fix that. Anyway, anything else? The whole admin team is probably waiting for me to shut the fuck up so everybody can get out of here. Is that it? We good? Nobody has anything else?
No, I got nothing, man.
Sweet. All right, well, thanks for coming to the meeting, y'all. We are going to go back to our little fucking hidey hole. Stay tuned to the announcements. I'll put something in there about throwing Monarchy on the real servers as an early beta test. I'll throw something up there soon. So I'll let you know before Force Wipe for sure. So see y'all later.
Thanks, y'all.
Later.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
More work.
Off I go.
Job's done.
Well, it's time for me to shower and sleep.
Yeah, I was about to say I gotta hop off here too, so
Y'all some penis wrinkles.
Have a good night.
yeah.
I'll show you penis.
I bet you already do.
Oh,
Y'all have a good one.
All right, brother. Catch you later.
Good.
All right, I'll